Welcome, everyone, to the Aflac Kickoff Classic and a showdown between two squads that will show you every shade and hue of orange you can imagine. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will go to work first. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy.
Early on the Jets. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
Powers through the defender. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Looks as if they might have that screen really set up, but he'll be stopped short of the marker. It's 4th down. And the Volunteers will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Orange offense will get its first chance now. The give to the tailback. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Guys, let's talk about Syracuse. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program. But when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front 7 and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
Syracuse will be forced to punt. Cover's team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Looking for a man. It's Aguilar. Here's a heat. balls, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Working that left side now. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, in a situation like that where it's third and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Pulls it, fired, complete.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Syracuse might take a shot here on second and short. From the gun, running back gets the give. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Power football with the run. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Oh, they're after him. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back to pass, thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
Give to the back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stops right at the 30-yard line.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
That's caught. It's Carter. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. The Volunteers look to keep this drive humming. They're going to run it. Nice move to pick up yardage. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. The early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. The Vols with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Pulls and fires complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle from the loss.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Volunteers will call on their punt team. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. Find some fresh air. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
And this defense's head is spinning. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ross Simmons. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Syracuse lines up on third and short. Just keeps slinging it. Got out of trouble and throws. Got it on the outside. It's Gill. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires into the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Going for 6. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own one. Got it in the middle, it's Staley. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the balls come to the line in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Just find a way to make that first tackler whip. He's out to the 21. The Volunteers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Fires to the right. And they can't make the play on third down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
He's got it. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Going right to work up top. Working the big fella downfield and outside. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Now the play fake. Grab near the marker. It's Cook. It's a seam wide open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He'll take a shot. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, all the talk this week. Let's find out how things are playing out in this top 5 duel. Ohio State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Troy Smith, and they're right back in this. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Texas. We'll parachute back into your game, fellas, if anything changes in this heavyweight battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The ball's in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Working the middle, it's complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. So now it's 2nd and long. Off play action. Rifles it down the middle. Makes a grab for a big play. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line after the catch. It'll be 1st and goal. They'll run it on 1st and goal. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Aguilar. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Gets rid of it. He's got it and still on his feet. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And that is exactly what this offense needed to have happen. They had to come up with a big drive with a big touchdown here at the end of the quarter. That's going to help their confidence. They've now got the lead heading into halftime.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
And the Volunteers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's James. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense ready.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Cook. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field. If we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Syracuse will send out the punt team. Will be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They believe they can run right here. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse. There he goes! And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force-feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Vols come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes his man miss.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Volunteers come to the line. A fresh set of downs. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, this is a quarterback who has outstanding running ability, and he's hoping the defense is going to give him an opportunity to tuck this football and get upfield, but there was nothing there. You saw him that time. Hold on to it, hold, hoping someone on defense was going to get out of position, but nobody did. Really nice job by the defense that time, playing assignment football against the option, and everybody staying home.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Zings it complete to the right. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. It is good. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's James. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. Plays like that, a common sight for Syracuse fans a year ago as Kyle McCord led the nation in passing. The Orange won 10 games, won their highest profile bowl in a quarter of a century. Without McCord, what's the expectation now, David?
I mean, it was crazy, first of all, what Fran Brown did. Like, to take Syracuse and to make them believe, and then the high-flying offense, but now completely retooling, reloading, like all the pass catchers at the quarterback spot. So interested to watch this offense and how they put it together, because last year they found an absolute diamond in the rough.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. To the air on first down. Get it out on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and management. The give from the gun. He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Willis. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. He'll keep it himself. Across the 25, he's got room. And he's brought down after a nice gain. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. They'll run it. It's Nixon. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Makes a grab on the left. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. You know, people like to make fun of quarterbacks, call them soft. They're nuts. He knew he was going to get drilled and still deliver the ball.
And I love the fact that he knew where his answer was against that blitz. He saw man coverage on the back end of that and immediately knew where he had to go with the ball.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Trying to keep this drive alive. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Orange.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
For the time with the extra point. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Purdue is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmatched. They're up by 16 over Ball State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is... Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in good position.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. grab behind the line. It's Ross Simmons. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gets the back moving. Back to pass on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Nixon. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Touchdown, Cuse. They move on top here in the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Oh, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
Ready to try the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Complete in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
Looking downfield on first down. Rushes on him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Four wide out set, two on either side on second and 10. Back to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's third and 6. The Vols want to pick up the tempo. Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing, you've got guys swiping at it. You've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job of ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Have the ball back and ready to go to work. They have it once again in spectacular field position. Cashed in the last time and even better this time around. Grab behind the line. It's Willis. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Behind the chains now on second and long. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On third and long, he has to throw for it. The sure hands, it's Cook. It's a running room. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up. But getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things things off with a scoring toss from the 33. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Going to try to get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field. You're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where's the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Going downfield for the big play. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.